The altimeter is screaming. You are flying at 50 feet above the canopy of the Amazon jungle. That is lower than the treetops. You are doing 180 knots in a single-engine Cessna that was built in 1982. The plane is shaking so violently you can barely read the gauges. Next to you, on the co-pilot seat, is not a person. It represents $5 million in cash wrapped in black plastic bags. In the back, stripped of all seats, are another $5 million. The plane is overweight, unstable, and leaking oil. You pull back on the yoke as a massive mahogany tree rushes towards your windshield. The landing gear clips the leaves. You gasp. You level out. Your heart is beating faster than the propeller. You are a narco pilot. And you are currently scud running, flying under the radar coverage to deliver the payload. Welcome to the air bridge. While the submarines rule the ocean, the skies belong to the aeros. But this isn't a commercial flight. There's no stewardess, no autopilot, and definitely no safety regulations. You are flying a ghost plane. The tail number is taped over with duct tape. The transponder is pulled out. The GPS is a handheld Garmin strapped to your leg. You are the most valuable asset the cartel has. A Sicario costs $300. A pilot costs $300,000 per flight. Why? Because you have a skill that takes years to master, landing a heavy plane on a mud strip in the pitch dark without killing everyone. The mission starts with the pickup. You fly into a clandestine airstrip in Venezuela or Bolivia. These aren't airports. They are just patches of dirt hacked out of the jungle by farmers. They are too short, covered in potholes, and often have animals wandering onto them. You land. You don't turn off the engine. Never turn off the engine. If it doesn't restart, you are stranded in the middle of a war zone. Men with assault rifles run out of the trees. They don't talk. They just throw the bales of cocaine into the back. They overload the plane. They always overload the plane. Es mucho peso, it's too much weight, you scream over the engine. The commander just points his rifle at you. Vuela o muer, fly or die. You throttle up. The plane is sluggish. It doesn't want to lift. You are eating up the runway. The trees at the end are getting bigger. You pull back. The stall warning horn blares, re-ee. You clear the trees by inches. You are in the air. Now the game begins. You have to fly for 6 hours to Mexico. But you can't fly high. If you go above 500 feet, the American AWACS radar will see you. If they see you, they send the Intercept. This is your nightmare. You are checking your mirrors constantly. You are looking for a silver glint in the sky. Suddenly, you see it. A shadow passes over you. A Tucano fighter jet from the local Air Force. Your radio crackles. Unidentified aircraft, land immediately or be engaged. You don't answer. You can't. You drop altitude. You go down to 20 feet. You are flying a long flight of a river, using the riverbanks to hide your radar signature. The water's rushing by in a blur. One mistake, one bird strike, one wind gust, and you splatter into the water. The jet can't follow you this low. He is too fast. He circles above, waiting for you to pop up. It's a game of cat and mouse. But the mouse is carrying a bomb. Let's talk about the disposable fleet. The plane you are flying was bought at an auction in Florida or Texas for cheap. It's old. The maintenance is non-existent. The cartel doesn't care if the plane comes back. They only care if the cargo arrives. Sometimes, the engine just quits. You are over the mountains. Silence. The propeller windmills. You have seconds to make a decision. Do you try to glide to a road? Do you jump? Most narco pilots don't wear parachutes. There is no room in the cockpit. And even if there was, jumping into the jungle with broken legs is a death sentence. So you fly it down. You aim for the trees. You pull the nose up at the last second to stall the plane into the branches. The wings rip off. The fuselage tumbles. If you survive the impact, you have a new problem. The cargo. You are sitting on $10 million of product. If the locals find you first, they steal it and kill you. If the police find you, you go to a black site prison for 20 years. If the cartel thinks you stole it, they find your family. Your only hope is to burn it. You carry a lighter for this specific reason. You light the plane on fire. You watch millions of dollars turn to ash. Then you run. But today, the engine holds. You make it to the drop zone in Mexico. It's night. You are wearing night vision goggles, NVGs. The world is green and grainy. You are looking for the signal. A pattern of fires on the ground. There. 3 fires in a line. That's the strip. You line up. You cut the power. You are gliding into the black void. You touch down. The plane bounces violently. You slam on the brakes. You slide sideways in the mud, coming to a stop just feet from a parked SUV. The door rips open. It's not the police. It's the reception crew. They pull the bags out. They hand you a duffel bag. It's not full of cash, it's your payment for the next leg, but first, they destroy the plane. Burn it, the boss says. They pour gasoline on the Cessna. The faithful machine that just carried you across a continent. They strike a match. Whoosh. The fireball lights up the jungle night. The evidence is gone. You get into the SUV. You drink a cold beer. Your hands are shaking so bad you spill it on your shirt. The lifestyle of a narco pilot is a paradox. You are the rock stars of the trade. You make more money than anyone except the capos. You live in penthouses in Mexico City or Bogota. You drive Ferraris. You date models. But you have a shelf life. Every pilot knows the statistics. You have maybe 20 flights in you. Then, the odds catch up. Maybe it's a DA interceptor shooting you down. Maybe it's a storm over the Caribbean. Maybe it's a mechanical failure. Or maybe it's the cartel itself. You know too much. You know the routes. You know the faces. One day, you land, and instead of a bag of cash, you get a bullet in the back of the head. It's cheaper to hire a new pilot than to trust an old one. You get back to your apartment. You look at yourself in the mirror. Your eyes are bloodshot from the altitude and the stress. You have a stack of cash on the table, $50,000 for one night's work. You could quit. You have enough money now. You could move to Europe. Disappear. But then you look at the sky. You miss the rush. The feeling of the yoke in your hands. The feeling of cheating death. It's a drug more potent than the powder you carry. Your phone buzzes. We have a jet this time, the voice says. A Gulfstream. Can you fly it? A jet. That means high altitude. That means bigger payload. That means bigger risk. You smile. What time is takeoff? This is the underground explainer. We have survived the jungle, the ocean, and the sky. But the money still has to be washed. Next time, we enter the world of financial ghosts. POV, the bagman. Subscribe. Or your landing gear might not deploy.